Charlie Kirk built a movement. He transformed the face of conservatism in our own time.
He did 100% of what he could every day. Charlie died with incomplete work, but not with unfinished business.
Charlie Kirk started with only an idea to change minds on college campuses, and instead he ended up with a far greater achievement, changing history.
Touching and very powerful tributes honoring Charlie Kirk and his remarkable crusade, marked by open dialogue and civil debate. And we welcome you to a brand new hour of America's Newsroom. I'm Dana Perino.
Morning to you. Welcome back. All right. Big Monday here today. I'm Bill Hemmer. Good morning at home. Emotional day for Charlie Kirk's family. Just imagine as they were sitting through that, many of his friends and all those impacted by his life and his work. He had a massive crowd gathering in Arizona, indoors and outdoors and next door and all around the world, frankly, to honor Charlie and his message of patriotism and faith. Despite the display of people coming together surrounding that memorial, some Democrats instead have chosen criticism.
Senior congressional correspondent Chad Pergram is on Capitol Hill with more. Hi, Chad.
Dana, good morning. Some Democrats are dismayed that the House even honored Charlie Kirk. Texas Democrat Jasmine Crockett injected race into the debate. Crockett says Kirk targeted persons of color. She's upset that only 2 white Democrats voted against a resolution honoring Kirk.
If there was any way that I was going to honor somebody who decided that they were just going to negatively talk about me and proclaim that I was somehow involved in the great white replacement, yeah, I'm not honoring that kind of stuff, especially as a civil rights attorney.
President Trump fired back at the 58 Democrats who opposed the House resolution honoring Kirk. He called Democrats, quote, deranged. A staggering 55% of all House Democrats either voted to oppose the Kirk resolution, voted present, or skipped the vote altogether. Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez voted no.
His rhetoric and beliefs were ignorant, uneducated, and sought to disenfranchise millions of Americans. Far from the working tirelessly to promote unity, unquote, asserted by the majority in this resolution.
Republicans criticized Democrats who failed to honor Kirk. There's a push on Capitol Hill to settle disagreements with words, not violence.
If you can't decide your disputes via debate, the alternative is frightening, and we never want to get there. So let's make your best argument, make your best case, get your best hold, have the debate. But let's settle disputes that way, not any other way. Charlie believed that.
Congress is not scheduled to meet this week. That serves as a safety valve. Bipartisan congressional leaders hope the recess helps lower the temperature on Capitol Hill after the assassination of Kirk. Dana?
All right, Chad, thank you so much. And for more on this, Kayleigh McEnany, she's host of Saturday in America and co-host of Outnumbered. And yesterday you had this amazing opportunity to anchor the coverage with Lawrence Jones, and it was incredible. You did a great job.
Thank you. It was truly an honor. Thank you.
So Hillary Clinton decided to weigh in. Let's listen here.
I think this is right out of the authoritarian playbook. They're taking a terrible crime, this awful murder of this young man, and they are trying to use it, along with others of their rationales, to go after their political opponents. Leadership should try to bring people together, but instead, we're seeing more of the divisiveness.
I mean, I watched for hours, and I did not see more divisiveness.
Yeah, she must have taped that Sunday morning, I believe it was. I hope Hillary Clinton took the time to watch the 4 hours of the funeral, because it was a message of unity, of hope, the gospel message shared 5 times. It's beyond me the way Democrats have handled this. I commend the Democrats who came on board with the resolution honoring Charlie Kirk. You know, I spoke to House Speaker Mike Johnson Saturday, and he said, I personally drafted that resolution. I personally kept out anything that could have been perceived as partisan. I just simply wanted to condemn the assassination, commend law enforcement, and yet you had, to Chad's point, 55% of Democrats who couldn't get on board Hillary Clinton's comments. It's a time for unity, and the girl you're looking at did exactly that yesterday, a woman of God.
You know, you wonder, I mean, Ilhan Omar has made a lot of caustic comments about this. AOC has weighed in as well. And to your point, if Hillary Clinton made those comments on Sunday morning as opposed to Sunday afternoon, you hope that's the case after watching this ceremony.
Sure.
Right? And so the other members of Congress, but they're firing off last week with their criticism.
Yeah, and I'm hoping that there was a change of heart. I mean, look, you saw Elon Musk and Donald Trump come together. You heard the White House tweeted out revival. When is the last time a White House account has tweeted out revival? This was a coming together moment for everyone on the right, on the left, a come to Jesus moment. The live stream apparently had more than 100 million views. Think about that, 100 million views, according to Andrew Colvett. The world saw unity. The world saw hope in a very dim, bleak moment in our nation's history.
That's like Super Bowl numbers.
Yeah. So
really impressive.
Taking it from those large numbers to a smaller number, which is what it meant for the individuals and for the families. Erica Kirk spoke to family life. Let's play this and get your reaction.
To all the men watching around the world, accept Charlie's challenge and embrace true manhood. Be strong and courageous for your families. Love your wives and lead them. Love your children and protect them. And if you're a mother, please recognize that is the single most important ministry you have.
Kayleigh, at one point, I thought when you came back and you had a chance to have some remarks, and I sent you a note about it, because there was a part where she speaks about mothers or women being able to do both. You can have a family, you can have a career, you can do all of these things. And I thought that your reflection on that was very helpful in understanding her as she takes over as CEO of TP USA.
Yeah, the number one question I would get at the Young Women's Leadership Summit that Turning Point USA puts on is, how can I be a wife and have a career? How can I be a mother and have a career? She's an example, a shining example of that. If you have motherhood in your heart, it's there for a reason. If you have the desire to be married in your heart and be a wife, it's there for a reason. You can do both. And she gave a permission structure, really, to women. You can do this. You know, there is a feminist movement out there that says, no, be you, be single. She said, no, this is part of God's plan. If it's in your heart, you can do it. And it was very empowering. A huge part of Charlie's message is family.
Thanks for coming on today. We'll see you at noon, and congratulations on the new show.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm excited about that. It's perfect for you.
Good to get the first one down, isn't it?
It is. First one's behind me. On to number two.
Let's go.
Thank you.
Thank
you. Okay,
I'm Steve Doocy. I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.